Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. You find me in this bright Sunday, lovely weather out, a bit cold, about 7 degrees. But yeah, we're back on the channel, back on the bank. Haven't been away for a few months, so apologies for the lack of uploading, lack of videos. Just been super busy in work and on the day job, so only getting back into things now. Decided to come down to my local canal here, the Royal Canal in Kilcock. We're in Kilcock Harbour. This is my local stretch. I only live about 200 yards from here, from the canal, and it's a place I do a lot of fishing in. But what I don't do is a lot of lure fishing for pike, which is what I'm doing today. Never really done any lure fishing, brand new to it. Don't really know what I'm doing. I've been looking at a few videos on YouTube as well, the Ginger Fisherman and so forth. So looking at a few videos on lure fishing, and the reason why I wanted to try lure fishing out today is because we got a new bit of kit for the channel, and that was this. It's the waterwolf 2.0. It's an underwater camera, and I just thought it'd be an interesting thing to have a look underwater to see. You know, I thought it'd be really interesting just to have a look at the underwater footage. As I said, we're trying a few lures out today. I have a hard plastic rattler. This is Mike the Pike, and we've soft plastic trout as well with me. I'm not too sure lure wise what's going to work, or if anything is going to work. It's just 1:45, so we have a couple of hours spinning just to see if we can, or lure fishing just to see if we can hit a pike or even get a follow or pick up something interesting on the underwater camera. So that's today's mission. Is more about testing out equipment and trying a new style of fishing that I've never done before. Yeah, it's just good to be back on the banks after a few months away. I'm going to be doing probably a lot of pike fishing during the winter. Yeah, let's get on with the fishing. Let's go see if we can catch something. Okay, setup for today is pretty straightforward. Little 3000 spinning reel. We got 50-pound braid on this. 50-pound braid up onto the waterwolf. So this is the waterwolf 2.0. It's the new waterwolf underwater camera. It goes on this little rig. We see here we have a weight underneath. So I've got the as I said, 50 pounds braid tied directly to the holder for the camera. We have a quick link here then that's coming down to a wire trace and down to our lure, which is a Weston Mike the Pike in natural colours. Again, this is a hard plastic bait with a bit of a rattle in it. Not sure, you know, if these are going. All pike are cannibals, so not sure if it's a good lure or not. Anyone use these, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so I'm using a 50-pound braid, and that's because I don't want to lose the camera. The camera is fairly expensive. So the camera's to the 50-pound braid. If there is a weak link, it's going to be on this quick link here. So that's where the weak link. If the lure gets stuck, gets caught on anything, especially in urban areas like these canals, if it gets caught on anything lure wise, hopefully that's where it's going to break, and that's where it's on that quick link. So that's the setup. Let's go see if we can catch some fish. So, fortunately guys, we haven't been too successful so far. Been out now for a couple of hours spinning here, up and down the harbour all the way along. You know, the harbour does start off just down this end, kind of down towards the Maynooth end. Just at the start of the harbour, we probably have about 4.5 foot, and then drops down to around 7.5 feet. And there is pockets where it's really deep to about 8 foot, small pockets like that in the centre. There are decent pike in here. I've had double figure pike dead baiting last year, so now there's decent pike in this harbour, but nothing today. Blank so far. I'm going to give it another hour or so, just get spinning, but the battery is running out on the waterwolf. It says you get about 2.5 to 3 hours of constant recording time on the battery, so we'll see. It'll probably run on about 2 hours there now, so half an hour left on the waterwolf. We'll keep spinning until the battery runs out, because if we do catch something, I'd like to hit it on the other water camera. And guys, I'm back in the house and I blanked. I fished on for about another hour or so out there in the canal. Didn't get anything. Came back in, probably had about 3 hours of underwater footage just to review, and went through the review on it there, and we had one tiny little pike follow us for the few hours that we were out there. It was a little small jack pike. Blink and you missed it. It grabbed hold of the lure. The lure was the pike itself wasn't much bigger than the lure it was going after. But yeah, blink and you miss it. Sort of thing, is to show you how quick they attack. Great footage when you slow it down. But yeah, just my thoughts on the waterwolf. A couple of things. I probably wasn't using it correctly. I found that when I was reeling in, it's probably my own fault. I was kind of using the jerking action a lot to get some movement into the lures. But what I found was when I was doing that the camera was kind of joking along with it, and that the lure was kind of going out of frame a lot of the time. So I think what these are probably, if you're using them for lures fishing, is probably if it's been kind of trawled along at a constant speed on a boat or something like that, where you have the lure back here, and I think it's being kind of, whatever lure action is kind of natural action, and it's just being towed along. I think that's probably where you're going to get the best out of if you're using these cameras. That, and probably a dead bait situation. I would like to use it for kind of surveying, if I was doing, you know, putting out ground bait or something like that, surveying the area after you've put out the bait, and just to have a look, interesting wise, to have a look at the swim you're fishing in. The only problem is that in order to see the footage from the camera, you need to have an SD card or something to plug an SD card into, so have a computer or a laptop or something with you. I'd be hoping that on the next version of this, if they could put like a Bluetooth or something in, so you can, like it's similar to a GoPro, where you could connect your camera and look at the footage on the bank and then adjust accordingly. I felt like, because I had to go home, I was using it for 2-3 hours, hadn't used before, had to come home, review all the footage, 2 or 3 hours of footage. I was really, really surprised at how good the quality was on it, especially in low light. And yeah, overall, it's a good bit of kit. I'll use it a lot going forward. But just today, it wasn't to be. I didn't catch anything. But yeah, listen, every day is the learning day. You can't win them all. You can't catch them all. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do press the little bell. It helps the channel out a lot. And yeah, we'll see you on the next upload.